Hey everybody, and welcome back to TianSG Plays Pokemon FireRed on Nuzlocke Randomizer. So yeah, we're continuing our trek through Victory Road. I heard rumors of a child prodigy. No rumors about it, motherfucker. You about to meet him. Ooh, nice tracksuit there, cool trainer George. Although I've never met a cool person named George. I won't lie. Um, Graveler. How? I don't like you, Graveler. I mean, you're fine. But like, I'm a little upset with you right now for being an evolution of Geodude in a randomizer, you monster. I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, Vibrava is ground flying. Wait, yeah, ground flying, ground dragon. Let's do Zay. I think Zay should be fine. But yeah, so I think last we were talking about. Oh yeah, I was talking about like instant gratification and stuff like that, which yeah, I do. I mean, listen, I hope I got it across in the last episode, but I really do just hope that people really put emphasis on how like journeys and taking the time to do things right, because you'll get a much better feeling that you can go back to over and over again if you take your time and enjoy the process. Yeah, so there it is. That's just summing up that last episode. Ooh, Venomoths are very pretty. But yeah, so hope everyone is doing well today. Ooh, update also, I forgot on the last episode, and this is a huge update, everybody. So like, get ready. Like if you're not sitting down, you should sit down. If you're in a situation where you have a seat belt, you should buckle that. So you should buckle up. Make sure to take your socks off already, because this will blow your socks off. So if you have them on, who knows what will happen to them. But take them off now to be safe. So once you take them off and you're seated and you're buckled up, you can come back to this, and I will tell you, guys, I bought a lava lamp. Yeah, that's right. I know. No, calm down. I know it's the greatest thing you've ever heard. I will say though, it's very cool. It's weird. Lava lamps are like making a comeback, I feel, recently. A lot of people I know have been getting them. I was inspired because one of my friends and coworkers got one a little while ago for like the office, and so it just sits there, and it's like very relaxing and just like a very nice thing to have around. Like puts a nice light out there, so we don't have to have like the fluorescent office lights on. But yeah, so I'm like super excited about this lava lamp. It is currently on and next to my computer, and it's very pretty. And it's a kind of orange and purple color, which I'm very much a big fan of. Like it looks like Phoenix Suns, if you're aware of that basketball team. It's like their colors, which is cool. I like those colors. Shelter. No, we're fine. Hopefully I can just continue the pedal dance. Yeah. Well done, Drew. Good job, champ. But yeah, so that's big announcement, everybody. I know you're shocked. But yeah, I would recommend if you got the space and you got the money, they're pretty cool. The one I got on Amazon was like $20, something like that. It's not bad. Although I will say, okay, so I don't know how old anybody is who's watching this. Besides my mom. Hi, Mom. But a luxury ball is fine. But like, so I grew up in sort of the 90s, 2000s, right? I was born in 87, and this is fun. And so, I didn't grow up entirely with the internet. Like when I was really young, we didn't have the internet at my house. And I didn't have a cell phone until I was 16. I mean, like my family didn't yet. Like, I remember when we got mobile phones, like in the house, like or wireless phones, I should say, in the house. Like that was a big deal. But like, hey Togepi. But yeah, so like I didn't grow up with the internet. I didn't grow up with necessarily. Although, like, I sort of did, right? Because it's that weird thing. It's like by the time I was 9 or so, we did get a dial-up modem, right? And then, by the time I was 12 or 13, we had like a DSL line. So, ooh, mischievous. That's cool. Don't mind that at all. Psychic should do work though. Unless I'm much mistaken. But also, you could probably. Yeah, that just lowers PP, right? Oh yeah. Freaking asshole. Just a dick move. No! Son, why? Don't do that, mischievous. Don't be that person. Oh, son, of course it missed. I hate you right now. Are you gonna do the psychic? No, okay. 5, whoa. Son of a bitch! Come on. Oh no! No, 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 no. Alright. Alright, you know what? You know what, mischievous? No. Just no. Just don't. Get that weak ass shit out of here. Here's what we're gonna do. Just so nothing. Oh, okay. Fuck. Oh, she's at 1 fucking health. Come on. All right. Freaking. Oof. All right. I didn't want to take a chance of Destiny Bond there. That's all. That's all I was being cautious about. And then sure, psychic. Really? Really? God damn it! Like, this mischievous is being mischievous. Oh, you see what I did there? Because her name is like, but it's anyways. So what the heck was I talking about? I don't even. Oh, I don't. I legitimately don't even remember that mischievous got in my head, man. Do I have to heal somebody? Oh man, it's gonna kill me. Like, I really legitimately don't remember what I was talking about. Also, I realized I should switch out. Let's get Nizzy in there. Dang, I legitimately, guys, my train of okay. Now, to be fair, part of it is because I'm very tired. I've been waking up very early recently to watch some World Cup soccer, which, if you don't watch soccer, that's cool. I'll do a little bit more of a sports talk, but yeah, World Cup is very cool. If you don't watch, I would still suggest trying to watch it a little bit. Maybe go find a bar somewhere. If you're in America, I would suggest you go to like a Mexican bar because when Mexico plays, because that will be off the chain. It'll be great. And if you are, somewhere else in the world, then you should go see if your country is in the World Cup, and then just, it's a fun experience. I mean, assuming you're okay with like being in a bar with a lot of people, it is a unique and fun experience, and people get really into it. So, hi Latius, how's it going? You could kill me very easily, so instead of that, this is actually interesting. Okay, so should have dragon moves, psychic moves, maybe an ice move, but Drew should be good against all of it, actually. Now, nothing that Drew has is going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, let's just do Zay. You know what, Leia? We'll just... What do you want? Latias on Latias action. Okay. Okay, cool. And... Ooh. Oh, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck was that move? Yo, that's not great. Oh, guys, this is super not good. Whoa. That imprison is fucked up. Why did... Hold on. What? So, like, that went before I used Dragon Claw, but it used Dragon Claw as the move. Whoa. That's like a deep level move there by this Latias, which I already forgot. I don't think I'm facing a trainer right now, but that's like, yeah, fucking. I'm so pissed off at this right now. This Latias is just gonna be. Which, listen, to be fair, it's a legendary. I wouldn't expect anything less from Zay's younger sister than an epic duel. Luckily, the hypnosis went off. This is why having hypnosis is freaking great. Because in moments like this, you can just sort of calm things. Like, Latias over here is all super, super outraged, right? Oh my god! It is a trainer. Son of, why do they all have? Oh, I'm so infuriated right now. Why do all of these motherfuckers have freaking hyper potions and full restores and other fucking bullshit? God damn it. On the plus side, Zay is back up to full health. But like, god damn, of course you're gonna use Outrage. Fucking. Why did it crit? Of course it missed. Are you fucking... Oh, guys. Okay. Alright. Alright, Drew should be able to handle a hit. I can't believe this, man. This is a fucking bullshit fight. We're just gonna recover, and we're gonna let you... Oh, my God. Just gonna recover, and we're gonna let you tucker yourself out. Fucking trainers with goddamn full restores. Like, what is this place, man? Okay. I'm gonna Psycho Boost. Oh, this isn't gonna do a lot, is it? No, probably not, but whatever, man. Come on. I've got to hyper focus on this. Oh, fuck me. Alright. Pedal Dance should... Oh, so, of course you did. Of course you did. Why would you not stay confused? Oh, this Latias. Again, I should expect nothing less from a Latias and Zay's younger sister. But son of a bitch, this guy is really getting on my nerves. Ooh, okay. Oh, fucking God, you fuckers with that full restore is what really pissed me off. Well, he's poison water, so grass won't be that good. Oof. Well, the poison won't do anything to Nizzy. So yeah, let's switch Nizzy in. Because the poison side of Tentacool won't do anything to Nizzy. Good lord, she's still got 5 more left, man. And hopefully this will... Yeah, beautiful. Okay, good job, Nizzy. If you can just roll through the rest of her Pokemon, that'd be great. Stantler, I think, is electric. I'm going to put Drew out there, and we'll start off with a Recover. And then if Stantler is electric, which again I'm pretty sure is, then it's fine, because Drew's pretty strong against electric types. Okay. Okay. Not super excited about that. Great, okay, as long as it did more than half, that's fine. Alright, that's fine. Ooh, this fight, man. This is like a more proper gym battle than any of the other gym battles I've had to deal with. Chansey, okay, yes. Alright, Nizzy should be perfect for this. I've fought many a Chansey before, and as a ghost type, Nizzy is well suited to dealing with this because acid just does a lot. Even though chances have a ton of health, acid just look at this. It just like rocks and lowers defense, focus energy. Nobody cares. You can't do anything. God, if this trainer uses another full restore, I would lose it. I did remember what my point was going to be earlier, by the way. So hopefully I'll remember it when this battle is over. Okay, Shroomis, yes. Christina can handle this. Great, also Nizzy leveled up, so that's excellent. Alright, last Pokemon. I am literally not messing around. I just want this stupid trainer to be done. I will say it. Fun fight though. Overall, I mean, obviously was like freaking out a little bit in the middle there. Well, at the beginning with Latias, but you know, it's fine. We're fine. I'm cool. Ooh, so strong. Yes, I am. Thank you. So what I was saying earlier though, I was talking about like growing up and like I didn't. Internet was a fairly new thing, but eventually got it. Anyways, the short of that is I was going to go because I was talking about the lava lamp, right? And so I bought it on Amazon. But the thing is, if you go on Amazon right now and you look at the lava lamps, and in fact, if you pretty much look at anything on Amazon, nothing has... Aw, hey Squirtle. Hey Drew. Nothing has, like, good reviews anymore, if that makes sense. Because you're either looking at things that have almost no reviews. I have like 2 or 3 reviews, and they're all like 5 stars. And it's just hard to believe because it's like, hey, you all could just be friends of the people who made this item and giving it 5 stars. Or you get something with a ton of reviews, and it'll be like 3.5 stars. But the problem is, what really frustrates me about Amazon reviews is that nobody can be measured with them. Like, it's either 5 stars, best product ever, or it's 1 star, worst product ever. Like, regardless of what it is. Okay. Bug Steel. So Eruption should do work here, actually. Unless I'm mistaken. Because I've got one of you. Ooh, yeah. Learning about types. But yeah, so like, it's just really frustrating because... And it's really frustrating because like all the 1-star reviews for things, especially anything like this was true with these lava lamps. It was true with... It's true with like, I remember I was looking for computer parts on there for a while when I was building a computer. Like, a lot of the 1-star reviews will be literally, I ordered this and it came broken. And it's like, that's not really a fair 1-star review. Because A, that could have happened in shipping. Like a lot of people in these lava lamps, you'll see a lot of 1-star reviews that are like the bulb became broken. And it's like, that probably is on the shipping process, right? Like more likely than not. Because, you know, shipping can be rough and packages can be treated roughly along the way. So, hey there, little Nidoran. It's weird that like the male symbol of the Nidoran isn't colored in because it's just that's always been part of its name. But yeah, so like the you know, so reviews like that, it's like they're really not fair. That happened with a lot of like when I was looking at like graphics cards and CPUs and things like that. You said a lot that were just like, oh, it just came broken. And you know, one thing you expect to see with good companies is you'll see them actually respond to those reviews with like, hey, like, we'd like to fix this for you. Can you send in a request to this and we'll send you a new one or whatever. Which not everybody takes advantage of, but it's like I said, it's just frustrating because it's like, I know that if you order something and it comes in and it arrives broken, that you're probably frustrated because you really wanted that thing. But like, it's that thing of people, again, it ties a little bit into that instant gratification thing. It was like, A, people don't have the patience to be like, oh shoot, well, I guess this means I'll just have to get, like, they'll send me another one, which almost which Amazon will do. If something arrives broken, Amazon will send you a new one of those. So it shouldn't be an issue. So it's just unfair to I forgot that one. It's fine. Ooh, that's not great. It's fine. I'm gonna switch out though. Christina. But yeah, so it's like, so, and this is just a general thing, guys. If you ever get something broken and you want to like review it, that's not a fair way to review something. Like, now if you get if you place 5 orders and they're all broken, then you need to start questioning the company, and so that's fair, right? It's sort of like, I don't know. It's sort of like if you go to a restaurant and it'd be sort of like if you go to a restaurant and the parking situation is really bad, right? Like their parking spaces are too small or there's not enough parking spaces. And so like in your review, you put in parking is awful. I couldn't find a space for a long time. And then when I did, it was way too tight and my car ended up getting scratched. And like, and then 1 star. And it's like, it's not reviewing the restaurant, you know? Like, yes, that was part of your experience of going to that restaurant. Just like something being shipped to you broken is part of your experience with getting that thing. But, like, you shouldn't review the thing based on something else that's sort of apart from it, you know what I mean? If you want to mention in a restaurant review that parking is really tough, fine, you know? That can be useful. But, like, yeah, just don't be that person who leaves a 1-star review because something arrives broken. Like, again, I understand it's super frustrating. I really do. And if the company doesn't help you, if they don't send you a new piece, or if it happens consistently over and over and over again, then okay. But, like, it just skews these things. You see so many that are like that. You also just see ones that will literally be like, this happens with 5-star reviews too, though, where it'll literally be like, yeah, it was fine. 1 star. It's like, what? The hell? Or, yeah, it was fine. 5 stars. It's like, what? No. Like, and that's sort of the issue, is that people just seem to not have an understanding of, not everybody. Obviously, there's some reviews that's like, they're like, oh, well, this ride broken, so I'm leaving 1 star for now. And then it's like, oh, okay, so then, they got back to me about this, and they were really nice, and they sent me a new one right away, and so now I've got it, and here's a review, and it's 4 stars or whatever, right? But like it's more useful if, like, I wish more people were more understanding of like there is a middle ground that exists and it's okay to exist in that middle ground. But all this is to say, so if you go look up lava lamps on Amazon, you'll find that all of them have like 1-star reviews that are like terrible, worst thing ever, don't waste your money. But like just if it's got a reasonably good rating, just trust it. And this was to tie back to my like growing up in the early days of the internet. Sorry, this has been a long tangent. Okay, rock water. So Drew should be good. Which I was gonna tie in with the fact that like I remember when Amazon had just started out, and I remember like early days of shopping on Amazon, and the reviews were super useful. Like I used to remember that I was basically like if there was a product I was interested in, even if it was to buy it in a store, I'd be like, hold on. Let me go check the Amazon reviews. And like I'd go check it and they were like really useful and good. And I know this has also partially been thrown out by like it's a new trend now to leave like joke Amazon reviews on some things. Which, listen, I've read some of them, they're funny, but it's also not useful for consumers. Okay, Togetic. We'll leave Drew out here. It's fine. But like, yeah. So, but yeah, it used to be that Amazon reviews were very helpful, like just all around. So if you saw something on there that had stupid Togetic. Okay, so we're getting Drew out of there right away. Well, at least Togetic will die in 3 turns. Let's just get Say. This is fun. Whoop. Okay. Well, you know what, Togetic? Freaking two can play at that game. Huzzah! Oh, there was nothing there. This is like a Dragon Ball Z fight where like, really, really. I mean, you're just gonna die now, dude. Like, you're dead now. That's just okay. You played yourself. All right, that's fine. That's whatever. Um, but anyways, that's fine. Um, um, wait, I just came down that. Okay. So, ooh, this didn't go anywhere. Oh, the bag is full? Oh, shit. Oh, I didn't know bag is full was a thing. Now, that being said, this is yeah, it's Max Revive, so I don't, that's fine. Okay. But, yeah, so, yeah, it's frustrating that Amazon reviews are generally not that useful anymore. It's nice, Yelp reviews, I think, are generally better. This guy's not worth it. Like, Yelp reviews tend to be a little bit more trustworthy. Like, if something's got, like, 4.5 stars on Yelp, you can feel pretty good that's probably gonna be, a pretty good thing, like a pretty good restaurant or whatever. But yeah, I definitely just don't feel like that's the case with Amazon anymore. Like, every time I order something on Amazon now, I just always feel like I'm kind of rolling the dice. Because it's just, like, I was doing that with headphones. Yeah. So, like, what I usually do then is I usually try to go to, like, for tech stuff, like, for, where am I going? We have to get a rock onto this thing here, for sure. So how do I get a boulder there? This is a good question. Because I can't use the one that I was just using. So I'm just trying to think about what rock I need to go get. Well, this Polytone is poisoned. That will hurt. That might hurt a lot, actually. That hurt quite a bit. That was a little bit terrifying. On that note, Drew, please save me. But yeah, it was nice, you know, back in the day when reviews were useful. That's what I'm saying on Amazon. And what I'm also saying is lava lamps, highly recommend. Which it took me, what was that? Like 30 minutes to say you should buy lava lamps and don't worry too much about the reviews on Amazon. Listen, if there's one thing you should know about me by now, I am a talker, and more specifically, I'm a person who rambles a lot, and it can take me a long time to get to my freaking point. So apologies to everybody out there, whoever has to talk to me and would like to. Ooh, I forgot to heal up Dizzy. Who would ever like to talk? Whoever wants to talk to me, but would also like to get on with their day. So, which is basically everybody I've ever known. No, it's fine. But yeah. So, yeah. There you go. Wait, did my Flint? I didn't. Why did you get 2 attacks there? Oh well, whatever. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I won't lie, guys. I am super tired right now. I think I said that already because I've been. Yeah, that's right. Because I was saying I've been waking up early to watch the World Cup. And you should definitely check out the World Cup even if you're not a big soccer fan, just to experience it somewhere. But I will say though that the World Cup so far has been really pretty fun. I would say. Like all the stars are doing mostly pretty well, although Lionel Messi had a really bad. Well, he himself didn't have a bad day, but Argentina is not in a good position. Back up here, maybe. Okay, this is here. Shoot, do I have to push this again? Oh man. Oh, I feel stupid, everybody. Anyways, but yeah, so the World Cup has been pretty fun so far, and it's still early stages. So you still got like 3 weeks to try to catch a game. Um, and there's, I think at this point, what's really fun about it is that I mean, it's always the case that you never really know who's gonna win, because it's a tournament style, right? Which, much like March Madness, the single elimination tournament, while not great at actually determining who is the best team. So like the World Cup is actually not that good at determining who is the best team in the world necessarily. But it is really fun because it means that there's a higher chance of upsets and drama and all this stuff. So right now it isn't actually the single elimination part of the tournament yet. It is still what's called the group stage. So if you're not familiar with it, it's basically there are 32 teams. And by the way, if you're thinking that's weird because I'm pretty sure there's more than 32 countries in the world, you are correct. But everybody has to go through literally like 2 or 3 years of qualifying in their sort of regions. So like, oh, hey there, Reg Ice, I hate you, and I'm just gonna eruption you right now with Nizzy. Um, but yeah, so everybody has to go through qualifying in their what's sort of regions, which is kind of like continent basically. So like for example, Africa is its own region, Europe is its own region, um, and then South America is its own region, which is called Canembol or something like that. But and then North America, which includes obviously North and Central America, I should say, is its own region, and called CONCACAF. And then there's Asia, which includes like Asia and the Middle East, basically most of the Asian continent outside of Russia. And then Oceania, which is like Australia, New Zealand, but also like sort of those island nations like Fiji or um, I think the Philippines would be considered part of that, and like New Guinea and New Zealand. Well, I think I already said New Zealand, but um, so everyone's got their own region, and you gotta go through like 2 years of qualifying, and everybody has different sends a different amount of teams. So the 32 teams that you see in the quote-unquote World Cup, technically this whole stage is called the World Cup Final, because it's sort of the final process of the whole tournament that takes literally 2 years, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But I mean, kind of cool also, because like, how many tournaments do you know that last 2 freaking years? It's amazing. So yeah, so the 32 teams you see now are basically the 32 teams that all qualified from their regions, which is mostly the 32 best teams. Well, it's not actually true. Not necessarily the 32 best teams in the world, but it gives you a good representation. Um, yeah, one thing you'll notice if you do watch, you'll see that there are a lot of European teams versus from other regions, and that is two reasons for that. One is Drew, here you go. One is because Europe generally has very high quality teams. It's a long story as to why, but colonialism. But but yeah, Europe generally has very good teams, and because they have a lot of good teams, they get more spots, right? Because for example, like Oceania, there aren't that many countries that are in Oceania, and they're also most of those countries are not that good at soccer. So it'd be really unfair if they got the same amount of representatives as Europe, right? Because a lot of really good teams would miss, and a lot of not good teams would make it. So instead, they give Europe like, I forget what it is, like 12 slots. So that's a lot, but there's also a lot of countries in Europe. There are a lot of good countries. South America doesn't get as many spots, but they do get. But they do get a lot of slots for how many countries there are. They get like 6 slots. And when you consider, I think there's like 12 countries in South America. 11 maybe. I could be very wrong. But like the majority of countries from South America will make it to the World Cup probably. And that's because, again, South America, generally those teams are very, very good at the World Cup in general. Which you're probably, if you know anything about soccer, you're probably kind of familiar with. Like Brazil is a known team to be very good. But also teams like Argentina are great. Uruguay have won a lot of championships this year. Colombia are supposed to be good, although they did very poorly in their first game. But yeah, so it's really fun. The thing for me though about the World Cup, and this is what I would recommend to watch it for, is this period of the World Cup, which is the group stage, is actually my favorite. I know for a lot of people it's not, because you can get some. The soccer has been really, the actual quality of the soccer has been really good so far this year, which is excellent. But a lot of times you can get really like boring soccer or not very fun, because you get this thing where you get teams that are really not very good. For example, like Panama is not a very high quality team. But they didn't make it, so good for them. That's awesome. But they're like going up against, like they were going up against Belgium, who are very, very good and very talented. And so you expect, usually when that happens, when you get a big mismatch in terms of talent, um, you have this. Oh shoot, Togepi's normal. Boo. All right, you know what? I'm just out of here. Um, but yeah, normally when you get a big mismatch, what happens is the team that is um, the team that's considered the heavy underdogs will play usually very defensively. So basically, they'll like keep a lot of defenders close to the goal to stop anything from happening, and so it really slows down the game and makes it so like a lot of score lines in the World Cup will be like 0-0, or which like anybody who doesn't like soccer, the thing they'll point out first as like the reason that they don't like soccer is that it's boring, and they'll point to like, this is the World Cup, this is supposed to be like the best teams in the world, and it's 0-0 draws. Like, that doesn't seem fun. Which, by the way, is a false thing. Some 0-0 draws are very boring, but some 0-0 draws are actually pretty fun. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it can be. Like, it can be really exciting, right? But anyways, and so a lot of people will criticize, but the early stages are my favorite, because this is you get this amazing thing where you see countries that, so I talked about Panama earlier, and they really like, compared to other big name teams, they aren't nearly as talented. Um, and that's just the facts. Nothing against those players. Those players are all, I mean, they're all top quality, world class, like quality soccer players, but they're not nearly on the same level as some of these other players, and they don't get paid the same, and all this stuff. And so, but they love their countries, and to play in a World Cup, because World Cups are every 4 years, right? Oh man. Oh yeah. No, Christina's great. I forgot, because she absorbs fire like a boss. Booyah! Love it. Love it. Ha! Yes! Do it! Just feed me, Typhlosion. So countries like Panama has literally, up to this year, had never appeared in a World Cup. Because they're a fairly small country, which, oh god, I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me one second. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Might have to cut that. I don't know how that sounded on the mic. Izzy leveled up though, as I sneeze. So, ooh, good level. Look at that. Look at those numbers. I like it. Stomp? Really? Hold on. That's really weird. Would I get rid of anything? Nah. I like everything that Izzy has, so now we're good. Yes. But, ooh, Tangela. No, I won't. Christina can just... Oh, and Sunny Day is still out. Oh, you fool. Oh, you fool. But yeah, so Panama has literally, in their entire country's history, has never been to a World Cup. Like I said, because they're fairly small. And so, smaller countries tend to... I know I just said Belgium is amazing, and they're tiny. But in general, smaller countries tend to have a harder time fielding good teams, which makes sense, because they just have a smaller player base. But also, they are a country that has been, for a long time, they were essentially a colony of the United States. I mean, I know the U.S. government will always claim that they were never imperialist, but that's always bullshit. Don't ever listen to that. Panama was, I mean, the Panama Canal is owned by the United States and was built by, well, it might not be anymore, but it was for a long time. And it was run by the United States, and like, you know, like Panama was essentially a U.S. colony, which is not great. And so that kind of imperialism can really screw over countries um, for a long haul. And obviously, soccer is the least important thing when it comes to that, but it does affect that, you know, because again, because it's the least important thing. So like countries have to like get a lot of their shit together and like deal with the aftermath of awful imperialism and colonialism. No, that's fine. Um, Before they can, you know, try to field a reasonable soccer team. So it's been a while. So it's been never since that Panama has been to the World Cup, but they love soccer. A lot of sort of Latin American countries do, and so this is a first time thing, and to watch players who maybe never thought they would get this chance, who have worked their whole lives for just the possibility of this, to watch them take the field in their first game and sing their country's national anthem on the world stage is, I mean, it's hard to match in anything. Like the closest thing is maybe the Olympics, but even then you only see it when people win. Like it's such an amazing thing to watch. Just being there is an incredible thing for these players, and they give so much. They give so much heart. Pretty much every player that's at the World Cup is so passionate about it. It's something, like I said, you'll never see. So if you don't like soccer, and that's perfectly fine and totally reasonable, what I would suggest is watching countries take the field, especially first-time countries. So like Panama, go ahead and watch Iceland. Who are a tiny country that have done really well recently, and like, I don't know if it's their first World Cup, but it's certainly, they don't go to a lot. Peru don't go to a lot of World Cups, and they made it this year for the first time in like, I want to say like 30 years or something, and that's just freaking excellent. Senegal hasn't been to a whole lot. Egypt hadn't been to one in 30 plus years. Iran doesn't get like, to watch Iran and to listen to their coach has had this incredible thing where it's like, you know, there's all these sanctions on Iran, obviously, but like the people there are good people. Whatever you want to think about the politics, a lot of the people there are good people, and they want to show that they are good, passionate people just like anybody else. And this is one of the few chances that they get to do that, where they get to go out into the field with other people that play the same sport that they do. You know, it's one of those shared things that's like, it doesn't matter that Iran is playing Spain or Morocco, which are two teams that they've played already, and that those cultures are wildly different. And it's because they come together on the soccer field and they speak the same language. And that's an incredible thing, and it's really cool. And so the coach was just explaining that, like, you know, these guys, they just want to play soccer, and they want to show how much passion they have and how much love they have for this game, and you know, it's just cool. And like, I know I'm gushing about it, but it's not even close the best part of the World Cup. So if you don't want to watch soccer, that's totally fine, but go watch them Egypt sing the national anthem, and Morocco and Iran and Panama and these tiny teams, not tiny, but like these nations that don't make it that often, or maybe have never been there before. It's a unique thing, and it's really moving. It really is. You know, the Panama one, there are these two announcers who, let's get Christina out there. There's these two announcers who are the Panamanian, like the guys who have been announcing for years, Panamanian soccer, like locally. When their team took the field, like they had video of these two guys who were the announcers that were then obviously they get to announce Panama in the World Cup, and like they cried when their team took the field and the national anthem started playing, like just on live TV. They're weeping. It's something else. It really is. So if you get a chance, check it out. You can probably find replays online pretty easily. Like I said, it's just an experience that you don't. Like I said, like the Olympics are probably the closest comparison. But and it really is like watching those players do that. It is like I'll fully say that it's just like it's one of those times where you go, this is what sports can do well. Like a lot of people have criticism against sport. Like I know my old roommate hated sports, and she was very vocal about that. Which fuck her a little bit. Like yeah, listen, not there's a reason I moved out. Um, and her thing was always that like this is pointless. This is stupid. This is just why do people care about this? And like this is why people care because sports is one of those places where regardless of your nationality or your belief system growing up or your color or your creed or whatever, sports can unify people, right? Um, you don't need to speak the same language to play basketball together or to play soccer together, or to understand the joy of victory, of training your whole life to be great at something and then getting on the world stage and being able to show everybody that, yes, I am great at this thing. That's something that universally everyone can understand. And sports is that, there just aren't a lot of places where you get to see the universality of humanity on display. But sports is one of those. It really is. And, like, there are a lot of issues with sports. A ton of issues. And, in fact, racism in sports is a real issue, which sort of undermines that idea of the universality of humanity. That racism is alive and well in sports in a really frustrating way. But like it's still there, and again, it's something that like I don't know. It's an incredible thing. Anyways, so enough gushing about that. I didn't see what Pokemon he's gonna use. Is that Ho-Oh? No, Gloom. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just eruption it. That's fine. But yeah, enough gushing about sports, guys. Like I said, the World Cup. It's really something else, and it only happens once every 4 years. And it's not even close to the most popular sporting event in the world. Literally billions of people watch it. The only thing that probably rivals it are like big cricket. I think there's a cricket World Cup that's about the same. Which, yeah, if you're an American, by the way, you might be thinking, wait, soccer and cricket are the two biggest sports in the world? It's like, yeah, buddy, that's the case. No. I think this was also a grass type. Oh, it's steel. That's fine. But yeah, so it only happens once every 4 years. So it's just a rare, thing, and that's really cool. Again, talking about instant gratification, like the fact that the World Cup happens only once every 4 years does make it really special. And like I know some people are like, oh, it can be elitist or whatever, but like you know what, like that's okay. It's like the fact that it's so rare makes it great. So, anyways, yeah, so cool. So good talk on the World Cup. Hopefully, like I said, if you haven't had a chance, you can go see it. And I think we're gonna call that an episode right here. Which I don't think I made any progress in this place. I got real lost. I won't lie. I pushed the boulder around twice and talked a lot about sports and rambled a lot about the internet. So thank you guys for sitting through this one. Hopefully the next episode we can finish up Victory Road and get through here. But I probably won't record that one right now. So it'll probably be a couple days later. Hopefully I'll be less exhausted. So anyways, sorry, I just burped into the mic. Hopefully you didn't hear that. In which case, I didn't do anything. But yeah, so thanks everybody for tuning in. And yeah, have a great one. See you later. Bye.